so much for tuning back to Urban Tropical. It's going to be super quick update and video on Colocasias. So I have got kind of similar tone looking Colocasias, and I'm going to talk one by one what is which one here and which one really is the blackest of them all, even though they are pretty much the same frost tender and pretty much the same requirements, mostly full sun. They can tolerate little shade and they love water. So the very first one, which was my earlier favorite, but then I have moved on. So my very first one is Black Magic. Actually I bought a bulb for it. Bulb kind of rotted, so then I end up buying plug plants. Plug plants were so tiny size. I will just attach the picture to show. It was so super tiny, and it just took forever. And the other thing I figured out is if you buy plug plants, sometimes they have got like if I can't lift this up now, it has a mesh, and that mesh is like so plasticky looking. It doesn't let the roots grow far more quickly, and once I took that off, and it grew really well. And that's the case with the black coral, not with this one. This one was absolutely fine. So this one is Black Magic. I got it on a really small young plug plant, and it was in full sun. It was always having leaf burn, which you will think the very first thing is that it's very high sunlight. Actually that is not the case. So it was lacking water. They're pretty much bog plants. They love water. So if you don't want your leaves to burn or anything, just keep them well watered. Even if you put them in a border, the reason I haven't put them in the border because I don't have a space in a really sunny position. So this one is Black Magic, and I did end up buying two Black Magic just in case one doesn't survive. So that's the second one. You can see there is a tiny bit difference in the color. So this one is not in a full sun. This one is in a partial shade, partial sun, and this one is in a full sun. So there is a big color variation in those two. The next one, I really loved this one. So once it matures, it looks absolutely amazing. This one is Blue Hawaii. In terms of height, they're all pretty much from 3 foot to 5 foot here, so not massive. But this one, the coolest thing is this one looks so much fuller in terms of clump forming. So all the new clumps are kind of forming at the bottom, and again slugs love them. So the blue palette you see, I have done that for the slugs because they don't stop eating leaves, and they're attacking my caladiums as well. The next one, this is my favorite, and I will talk about this one the last. And the next one we have got is, so this one is Black Coral. I don't know if you have seen my video when I bought this one as a young plant. So this one was the biggest young plant I have ever bought in Colocasia. It was really healthy, but it kind of had really stunt growth, and the reason was it had a plastic mesh at the bottom. Again, it's my guess, it wasn't letting it grow. As soon as I cut it out, it started to grow really fast, and before I used to have really tiny leaves. Now I'm getting much more bigger leaves as well. That's again given to the rooting system. The more roots it can put out, the more water you can give, the more feed you can give, it will reward you with much better leaves. And so that's just multi-purpose feed, and that's again pellets for the slugs because they don't leave anything alone. And my favorite one here, actually this is my first favorite for black foliage, and I'm going to show you for my green foliage as well. So this one, I had no idea that this stunning black kind of existed, and I really bought it to think, okay, let's give a go. So this one is Colocasia Black Sapphire, and is so pretty. The black on it looks much more nicer than Black Magic and Black Coral. So Black Coral has a shine onto it, which looks really nice when sun reflects on it. Black Sapphire is really matte finish, but it has its own beauty. It just looks really beautiful. And the last one I'm going to show you is really hardy plant. I mean, this time we had -8 degrees pretty much, and it survived. And I forgot that I had it, to be honest, because I did so much shuffling around. And I have actually got it in 2 areas. So this is the one is called Colocasia Black Pearl. I have had it for many years now. I have never protected it. I have always just left it. This time I forgot it. I had it, and I rebuilt this border last year, and I must have picked it up and just plunked it here. And suddenly all I was thinking is just coming up. And again, this is in a really shaded area, but it's still doing quite well. A new foliage is coming up as well. So actually I am really excited. I mean, you get more excited when the plant is not high maintenance. It just comes up and it's there and you don't even know it is there. So I'm really excited about this one. I have got one here and I have got the second one here. So this one actually I was going to just throw it anywhere, and then I didn't have the space, so I end up planting it in a quite a shaded area. So these Colocasia black pearls, I have them in a really more shaded area. I get hardly any sun. Even if they get sun, it's such a dim light, and the reason that's why it's kind of coming out as well. So I do need to make some space, but they are absolutely beautiful and their leaves get super huge. And next to it is the new beauty I bought. This one is a Cleopatra. And the cool thing about Cleopatra is, even though that's not what I'm shooting about, so if you have really black foliage, it's almost like, it's exactly like actually black tropicana, you will get scarlet looking flower. And if you have these two tones, the flowers which will pop up from here will have two tones as well. So I'm just going to attach, actually if I can find, I'll attach the picture what it looks like. Actually I found it on the other side of my garden, so that's what it looks like. So you will have two color on one flower just because it has two tones. And if it was just marooned kind of thing, only this color will come up. And thank you so much for watching, and I really hope that your Colocasias are doing really well as well. I mean, this year they have grown really slow. Normally by this time black pearl has pretty much taken over the garden because it's really invasive compared, I mean, I don't know actually how these ones are because I'm having them for the first time. And let's see how it goes. And I really hope that it was useful, and please do it thumbs up or thumbs down. I hope it's not thumbs down, but thank you so much for tuning in. Bye bye.